Mosque is the anglicized word for masjid. So masjid is an Arabic word, and that comes from the word sijda, that means prostration. So Muslims, when they do their prayers, they prostrate. So a place where they can prostrate is called a masjid. And mosque is the anglicized word for masjid. From the very beginning of Islam, men and women have been praying in the mosque, but the lines are filled up from the front side, men, and from the back side, women. And the free mixing of genders is not practiced in the mosque. And that's in fact very similar to really what is practiced in older time Christianity or Judaism. Even today, I guess, if you go to some Orthodox synagogues and so forth. Now, in terms of women praying downstairs in the Islamic Center of Bloomington, this is mainly a space issue. At this moment, we have tried to make it a little bit opened up, and women can come upstairs and pray there. But the concept of making lines from the back and from the front is, that's how it is practiced, really. In Mecca, when people go for pilgrimage, they do together. There's one exception. Another exception is home. My wife, I, my children, we can pray together. So in the mosque, this rule that men and women pray in separate line is only in the mosque. Mosques are, by definition, always open to everybody. Nobody even can ask me if I'm a Muslim or not, even if I'm just going in the mosque. And in fact, even if somebody makes a mosque, the moment they make a mosque, their right on that place is gone. It now belongs to everybody. It's a communal thing, and it's open to everybody. Because mosque is open, especially in the United States, I think it's a good idea for people who are not of Islamic faith to go and visit mosques sometime or to make friends with Muslims, and vice versa. Muslims also, I would think, and I personally do that, I would think that Muslims should go out more often, talk to their neighbors, get rid of the this concept of maybe mystery or something, and explain themselves. There are some differences in faith, but also there are lots of similarities, and visiting mosque is kind of like a good beginning to do that. Imam, the literal meaning is just a leader. And in some mosques, they have an assigned imam who is religiously trained and so forth. But in most of the mosques where there are no religiously assigned imams, anybody can lead prayer, as long as that person knows how to do the ritual part of the prayer, how to recite Quran and so forth. In Islam, though, there is nobody between a human being and God. An imam, he leads the prayer, but he is not thought as somebody better than others, or there is no such thing. In Islam, there's very egalitarian, that there is direct connection between human beings and God, no intermediary. And this is in fact one of the religious differences between Islam and Christianity and so forth. So first thing in prayer is one has to be clean and one has to face Mecca. And then a very important thing is to make intention, that I intend to do my midday prayer to please God. People raise their hand and hold it like this, and that is supposed to cut them off from everything in their life now. Now they're praying. Only thing they're doing is praying. Then what they do, there is a series of things: praising God, asking for help, asking for guidance, and they recite some part of Quran. And then they bow down. After bowing down, they recite some words that praises God. They stand up, then they go down to prostration. They do 2 prostrations in a row. And then they finish prayer by saying, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. That means peace be on you. This is also a symbolic way of saying peace to everybody. The ritual prayer, the salat, all over the world is done in Arabic. So I could very easily walk into a mosque in China and I can do my prayer, and the Imam will do the same thing that is being done in Bloomington or in Mecca or anywhere in the world. That Prophet Muhammad did 5 times a prayer, and he mentioned that this is what God's order is, to do 5 times a daily prayer. But nowhere it is said in Quran that why God said exactly this 5 times. But reasoning that Muslim scholars have come up with, or maybe something like this, that in the early morning, that one just gets up from the bed, the first thing they do, they remember God. Midday is when people are working, having their lunch, everything else, but also remember God. Later in the afternoon, when people are off from work or getting ready to take the day off, same thing again. After sunset, and then before going to bed at night. But nowhere in Quran it is said that why God said to do 5 times a day. If one is not in the mosque and the prayer time is there, then one can really pray wherever they are. If it's their home, their office, outside in the park. So the only thing needed is a clean place, doing the ablution, and facing Mecca and doing the prayer. Now the prayer time is not like one specific time. So for example, if somebody is in an office and there is no good facilities, and they know that by the time they will get out of the office, they can still go to the mosque and there will be that window of time available, then they can wait and go and pray. First thing is there is a place where I can go and do my prayers. I can meet others. If needs be, I can sit down for a while, maybe read Quran. If you go to mosque, I already know I'm there for a purpose, and for that time at least, I'm kind of like detached from a lot of anxieties, hustle and bustle of life, and a place of refuge, peace, quiet.
Support for Voices and Visions comes from the Social Science Research Council, the SSRC, leading innovation in the social sciences and educating the next generation of social science researchers.